In the peaceful shade of an ancient banyan tree, the Buddha often shared wisdom that touched the hearts of those who came to him with their burdens. His lessons, rooted in compassion and clarity, carried the power to transform lives. One day, a man burdened with guilt and regret sought the Buddha's guidance, hoping to find peace within himself. What unfolded was a profound story about the strength it takes to forgive not others, but oneself. Stay till the end of this story to uncover its powerful essence and learn a timeless moral that can guide your own journey towards self-forgiveness. If stories of inspiration resonate with you, make sure to subscribe, share, and like for more timeless wisdom. John was a renowned craftsman in his village, known for his skillful hands and artistic creations. But despite his success, he carried a heavy burden of guilt. Years ago, in a fit of impatience, he had accidentally ruined an important piece of work meant for his late father's memorial. The mistake haunted him, and he often berated himself, believing he had failed as a son and an artist. The weight of self-judgment began to affect his craft. His once brilliant creations lacked life, and his heart grew heavy with regret. Desperate for relief, John traveled to seek the guidance of the Buddha. When John reached the Buddha, he kneeled and said, "Master, I cannot forgive myself for the mistakes I've made. My thoughts are consumed by guilt and self-criticism. How can I ever find peace when I feel so unworthy?" The Buddha listened silently, his calm gaze fixed on John. After a moment, he spoke, "John, let me tell you a story. Sit with me." John obeyed, eager to hear the Buddha's wisdom. The Buddha began, "There was once a man who carried a bag of stones wherever he went. Each stone represented a mistake he had made. Over time, the sack grew heavier, and the man struggled under its weight. But he refused to put it down, believing he deserved to carry it as punishment for his failures. One day, he met a wise monk who asked him, 'Why do you carry this sack?' The man replied, 'These stones are my mistakes. Carrying them reminds me of my shortcomings.' The monk smiled and said, 'And has carrying them helped you correct those mistakes or become a better person?' The man thought for a moment and realized it hadn't. All it had done was exhaust him and steal his joy. The monk then said, 'If you wish to honor your journey, put the sack down. Learn from the stones, but do not let them weigh you down.' John frowned, the meaning of the story sinking in. 'But, Master, how do I put my sack down? How do I forgive myself for what I've done?' The Buddha smiled and said, 'Self-forgiveness is not about erasing the past, but embracing it with compassion and understanding. Let me guide you. Steps to self-forgiveness. 1. Acknowledge your mistakes. Start by accepting your imperfections. No one is without flaws or errors. Acknowledge your mistakes honestly, without judgment. 2. Learn from the past. Every mistake is a teacher. Reflect on what went wrong and what it can teach you. Growth is the greatest way to honor your journey. 3. Embrace compassion for yourself. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend. You would not condemn someone you love forever for a single mistake. Offer that same compassion to yourself. 4. Let go of perfection. Understand that perfection is an illusion. To be human is to stumble, to fail, and to rise again. Forgive yourself for not meeting impossible standards. 5. Commit to moving forward. Make a conscious choice to let go of self-criticism. Focus on the present and the opportunities it holds to create, grow, and heal. The Buddha then said, "Come with me." He led John to a river. Pointing to the flowing water, he said, "The river does not cling to the rocks it passes. It flows freely, carrying only what serves its purpose. Be like the river. Let the weight of your guilt flow away and allow yourself to move forward." John stared at the water, tears streaming down his face. For the first time, he understood that clinging to his mistakes was not a sign of responsibility, but a barrier to his peace. The Buddha continued, "John, your worth is not defined by your mistakes, but by the courage you show in learning from them. Forgive yourself, and you will awaken to your true potential." With time, John practiced the steps the Buddha shared. Slowly, he learned to let go of his guilt and treat himself with compassion. His craft transformed, regaining its brilliance and life. But more importantly, John found a sense of inner peace that allowed him to embrace each day with joy and purpose. Moral of the story: self-forgiveness is not about erasing the past. It's about embracing it with compassion and understanding. When we let go of self-judgment, we free ourselves from the weight of guilt and open the door to healing and growth. Remember, you are more than your mistakes. You are the potential to learn, transform, and thrive. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like for more inspiring tales and timeless wisdom from the Buddha. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like for more inspiring tales and timeless wisdom from the Buddha.